Vegas, welcome to Rise and Shine.
Come on, everybody.
And good morning, everybody. It's Saturday, and we are Rise and Shine Las Vegas. I'm Jason Hawe, and I'm welcoming back Miss Sonya, little Sonya here.
Hello, Vegas. Good morning, afternoon. Good brunch, miss.
Brunch Miss. All right.
It's brunch, miss.
I like that. Great to have you back. It's been a little while.
So glad to be back.
Yeah, how you been?
I just got over a stomach virus. Had me out for about a week. Had to be ambulanced to the emergency room. Passed out. Just progressively puking up my soul for about 5 to 6 hours. It
Do
was
we have some clips of that? Yeah.
I bet you would love that.
We could get some mileage out of that, I'm sure.
No.
Oh,
It
I'm
was
so
at my
sorry.
worst. I had 2 black eyes from puking. It was horrible.
Oh,
Horrible. I hadn't been that sick since I was a little kid with the flu. And this new strand of flu, stomach flu, regular flu, it's not like the old strand.
this is the new stuff.
This is the new stuff.
Oh.
It's much more progressive and it's going around the valley.
Yes, I've been hearing that.
It is.
New strain of COVID and new flu variants are
Yeah.
hitting people.
Yeah.
And it's bad right now. A
And
lot of the
it's
yards are backed
so
up.
bad that the pharmacies are out of the antibiotic that they're using. I had to wait 3 days to get my antibiotic. And if it wasn't for me pushing it and calling, I probably would have
Would've been a
waited.
week.
Yeah, probably would have waited longer.
Not good. But you're feeling
But
better
I'm
now.
here and I'm feeling good, guys. And I don't want you guys to feel that way. So get out there and get your flu shots. You can get them free at any CVS pharmacy, any Walgreens pharmacy, any Walmart. Call, make your appointments, see if you can walk in, get your flu shots, guys. You and those babies, because it's nippy in the valley.
Yeah, nippy. Yeah, you want to talk about that. The freezing temperatures that have hit all over,
Yes.
like the central part of the country and stuff. I just started looking at some of it, and we're not talking 20 and 30,
Yes.
as much as with the wind chill, 50 below zero.
Yes. Didn't it drop to into the 20s last night?
Here, yeah, I believe it was just below freezing, just right around freezing,
Yeah.
32, 30, right in there.
I've heard about a little snow up top.
Yep, getting a little bit of that. Pretty down cold, bottom line.
Yeah.
But yeah, for all those other folks that aren't here in nice and sunny, generally Las Vegas, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
Those temperatures are very dangerous. Texas is worried about their power grid.
Oh, yeah.
There was that great big freeze out that occurred in 2021. And that knocked out a lot of
it.
infrastructure and a lot of power for people, and that's dangerous. There were some lives lost during that. So
Prayers for Texas.
yeah, if you're not here, bundle up. Wherever you're at,
Yeah.
go south. Just do what I do. Just keep heading down until your feet touch water. That's
And then he got here and now he's freezing again.
it's a little cold. I still have to continue further south. This is a waylay, but
It is cold.
Yeah.
I've been seeing nothing but hats and scarves and mittens the last couple of days here in Vegas.
big time. There's not a lot of native Las Vegans here. Most everybody has come from somewhere.
Migrating from somewhere else.
But the ones used to the normal Vegas folks here, they're freezing. They're freaking out. Yeah, there's my girlfriend is just beside herself.
Is she?
Yeah. She wants to move to like Brazil.
She's over it already.
Pretty much. And honestly, yeah, I can't wait for summer to come back. So
And here I am, just in the hoodie.
that's the thing. Hoodies are a pretty good go-to. So
Just in the hoodie, and everyone's bundled up. I'm
Yeah.
from Chicago, Polar Bear City. Like, this is nothing
True.
to me.
true.
It
Now,
really is. So how's it going with you, Jason? I missed you guys.
right? Yes, it's been great. Maria's been wonderful up here, so she's
course.
behind the camera again, running the show like she always does. That's really her strong suit.
Being the
She's-
boss.
She's fantastic there. Yeah, knows when to pull the plug when we need to. So we'll figure out how long we have to go here. But yeah, no, everything's been good, and I'm still looking for the right job. I've been, trying a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But kind of enjoying this on-screen kind of thing going on.
This is it. This is the love.
Yes. Now, and you had a little bit going on there too, right? You've
Yeah. I just got a new job.
Yeah. So, how's that? Just
It's going.
just a smiley face or just a
It's going. It's a job, you know.
Good.
It's
It
a
is.
paycheck.
Got to pay the bills. I'm still trying to catch up myself.
Of course, being in front of the camera is my passion, so this will always come first for me, no matter what.
Priorities.
No matter what. Yeah.
Absolutely. I like that.
Yes.
And if we can just continue and get more sponsors and more people tuning into the show,
Roll it up. Come on, guys.
that might make it easier to work with here. So, anything new on the flu shots that you were talking about there?
Yep,
or?
just go and get them for free. They're free.
Free. Okay.
If you don't feel comfortable with going into a pharmacy, the Nevada Health District always open and offering free flu and COVID shots. I don't believe you have to have an appointment, but if you don't, there's a guarantee that you'll stand in a line.
Yeah, that's probably true.
You may want to make you an appointment.
You may want to think about wearing a mask too in certain cases
too.
there. But the important thing about wearing masks, though, keep in mind, it's not so much about protecting you from getting anything if you're the one wearing it. Doctors, surgeons don't put masks on in the operating room because they're afraid of catching something. It's the other way around.
That is correct.
So, if you are coming down with something, if you've got some of those symptoms, that's when you want to put the mask on. So.
And rumors are that we may be heading back towards the mask soon.
That's an interesting rumor.
I hope not.
I consider that sort of rather dubious that we're at that point because, again, people's immunities. Now, the symptoms, obviously, you got through it. You were miserable.
Yes.
Might have been could have been a 4-day hangover by comparison, but it was miserable. It was awful.
It felt like a hangover times 1,000.
Oof.
It was horrible. I spent my birthday in bed, guys. My birthday was Sunday.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And I spent my birthday in bed.
Well, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Glad you've recovered.
Yes.
And now you can celebrate.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. Mine's actually coming up in just a couple of weeks as well.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't been renouncing to too many people what that number is. It's big, so I'll save it special for here. 50.
Oh, we have to
The
celebrate.
big 50.
We have to celebrate here on this show.
It is on the 23rd, and honestly, it's crazy, but I'm excited.
I'm excited too, and
For
it's not my
some
birthday anymore.
crazy ass reason, I think 50 is awesome.
I think so too, and I can't wait to make 50.
It's strange. It's bizarre. Think about when we were
Wow.
kids.
It's a beautiful milestone.
I think so now at this point, and I'm the best me I've ever been.
Yeah.
I can say that very confidently. I believe that, and so it's been awesome. But think about when we were kids, and think about somebody who's 50 years old. That is so over for them. When I was a kid and I saw or heard or anything and counted 50 years old, that's like, what are you still doing up, Grandpa? What are you even doing amongst the rest of us? Life goes on. It's crazy to think of.
Yeah, I thought 37, 38, 39 was old when I was a kid.
Sure, 30s. Ew.
Yeah, ew.
It was no way.
The 20s were everything to me.
And
I couldn't wait to get 21.
Yes, exactly. I mean, we got the pedal to the metal when we're kids.
Yes.
Trying to get as grown up and as old as possible, as fast as we can. And then all of a sudden in our mid-20s, we're like, oh no, put the brakes on. No, no, slow down. Slow down. We don't want it no. And but it's funny though, because these days, 50 is not what it used to be.
Absolutely not.
Everybody just sort of kind of in general, how we're aging has sort of rolled back significantly.
I agree.
They started by saying 30 is the new 20. Decades ago, at this point, they said 30 is the new 20. And then they started going with that theme, going, well, 40 is the new 30. And hell, I'm going to skip another one. I think 50 is the new 30 because I'm right? Hello? Exactly.
I agree. I don't know if my knees agree, but my heart does.
There you go. And there is some inevitable wear and tear. I've been very fortunate in my health. I've been I do not take that for granted.
You don't look a day over 35.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
I'm so glad she's back.
I'm so
Are you kidding me?
serious. I'm so serious.
Well, I'm putting that on my sheets here as far as casting goes.
Okay.
So if I can, the more I can confirm that I can still play in under
Yes.
that 40 range.
Yes, you can.
Then all right,
Yes,
cool.
you can.
That opens
Absolutely.
up more opportunities.
Absolutely.
All right, that's
50?
awesome.
I would never believe it.
Bitchin'. All right, that's great. I love it.
Well, I made 46, so I'm almost there.
Fantastic. No, I put you, easily. Just you're the baby. You're like 33,
I'm a Barbie girl.
32.
Thank
I can
you.
totally get that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You. You hear that, world? 32.
32. That was
32.
32, 35.
Yes,
I'll
32
totally
and
take that.
35.
We'll go for that. Yeah. Forget
Our
the
new
birthdays.
names,
Yeah.
32 and 35.
That'll
Not
work.
Jason and little Sonya, 32 and 35.
35. Yeah. Well, that means I can. 35 is the year where you can eligible to run for president.
Uh-oh.
I remember thinking that. all
Now
the way
we got
back
a
then.
presidential candidate.
You know, I'm laying
Didn't we
the
talk
groundwork.
about that like first show you running for office?
Oh my gosh. You know, it's a weird notion. But hey, you know, anything can happen. You know, if the
it
clowns
can.
that we've got going on right now.
Oh, God.
You know,
That'll take an entire show.
as a matter of fact, it is very true because there's so much going on. This is the year. This is
Yeah.
election year.
It is.
So with that being said, the mayoral race here in Las Vegas is going on. And once again, I want to remind everybody that coming up in 2 more weeks, special show on Tuesday the 30th is Victoria Seaman, councilwoman and candidate for the mayor elections.
Nice. Okay.
So thrilled to have her coming, and we're gonna sit down and just talk about all of those things, and you know, maybe some of the clown candidates, if we can get that out of her, who's really not worthy, does not belong in the race. I would probably
You
still
can
be
get
one
it
of
out
those.
of her.
And we'll see how that goes, but
get
that's
it
coming
out.
up in 2 weeks.
2
so.
weeks, guys. Make sure you tune in. You don't want to miss that.
Absolutely. Now we let's see, what else do we have going on today? Well, there's a lot to talk about. Or we can come back to the sports. I'm not sure when we're going to come in with that, but well, the election stuff. Let's see. Let's run through the notes here. How far along did we get with that? We'll come back to the election stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll skip over that.
Okay.
Little bit about sports before we go to our first break, but well, the college football just ended.
Okay.
The national champion is the University of Michigan Wolverines.
Congratulations, Wolverines.
They
Go
beat
Michigan.
they beat Washington in the college football
Who was your
title
favorite?
game. You know, really just Washington was kind of an upstart story to an extent as far as the national profile goes. That they've always been a good team, but they never really broke through and won anything. But Michigan hasn't won in quite a long time either. So yeah, it was good for both of them to be
Okay.
there. They were happy, you
Okay.
know. So that's all. I had to put a little something in there. I hadn't really followed college football this year. I was like, okay. I was watching for a while when my University of Colorado Buffaloes were the biggest story at the beginning of the season with Deion Sanders, Coach Prime.
Yeah.
Remember Deion?
Yes.
Deion,
Yes.
and all of that? Yeah. Well, when he took over in Boulder, Colorado for CU, it was huge.
He caught a lot of controversy.
Always.
He
Isn't
caught a
that
lot
in his
of
bag?
it. A lot of it. And he didn't give a sugar honey iced tea.
That's
at
right.
all.
That is
At
exactly right.
all.
Yes.
He kept it moving forward.
It's true. And but it put a lot of spotlight on
Yes.
Boulder, which was
Yes.
great. Everybody loved it. Well, not everybody, but it was a big story for the first half of the year, but then reality kind of set in and they kind of came down to earth as far as the games go. So
So what do you think about the move?
it's been awesome. It was great. It was a
Okay.
huge infusion of energy and attention and swag and
Yeah.
all of that to that program, which had been just really just bottom feeders for the last number of years. So it was good. It was good for Colorado. It was good for Boulder. Good for the university and all of that. So, but I haven't really followed a lot of college
Okay.
football since then.
So, but do you see them progressing forward with
Oh, absolutely. With all that
Deion
attention.
there?
Think about this and what college football is aware of. All the attention, all the hype, social media and all of that, all of the new national programs coming to visit and broadcast. All those 18-year-old kids,
Yeah.
17, 18-year-old top football players in their high schools are watching that and seeing all that attention, all that hype, all that, So they're like, yeah, I want to go play
It's an
there.
attraction.
So it does. It does. That's how the whole recruiting thing works in college
Nice.
football. Is what kind of program do you have, and how much is that going to how can that get me to the NFL?
You think they'll take me?
You could be a booster. You could be a booster, and I don't know. You might be able to lay a few hits on.
We'll
people.
see what these 32-year-old legs can do on the field.
Yeah, right. I'm not. But you definitely could. You could show some spirit. But you're
right.
from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
So you might not be able to switch your allegiance there. But that was college football. We'll get that kind of out of the way. Take a couple. One little bit of credit for in the NFL for the Raiders. The Raiders. Yeah. Now, you guys know I am from Colorado. I love Vegas. This is where I belong, but I'm a Colorado sports fan for life. So, Raiders, Broncos, that's always a sore subject. It absolutely killed me. When I moved here the same year, the Raiders showed up. I'm like, are you kidding me? Get over here. But at any rate, they did conclude the regular season, and they beat my Broncos.
Yes, they did.
It was a score of 24-13 to end the regular season. So both of those doggy-doo teams this year ended up at 8-9. So, all right.
That wasn't bad.
Season's over. But what that means is today, this weekend, it's the start of the playoffs. This is wild card weekend in the NFL. All right. Husband's already getting camping out, getting the cooler,
At the casino, putting
getting
in
himself
tickets.
set in.
Yeah. I'm sorry, wives.
Because there's 6 games
Oh, God.
slated over the course of the weekend. 2 today. Wait. 1, 2, 3 today. And so we've got a Monday night game. The Monday night game is Eagles and the Bucks. So that's going to be a
Go Eagles.
So I think I'm going to root for the Bucks on this one.
Really?
Yep. We'll see what
Okay.
Tampa Bay, because they've been they've been kind of the sleeper there, so not much going on with there. But 2 games today, 2 games tomorrow, and the other one is on Monday. So
I got to get a life.
football. This is for real football.
Yeah, I
See,
got
the
to get a
regular
life
season's
this
over.
weekend.
Yeah. And it's maybe it'll warm up a little bit. Maybe you can go out there and do that. But we got just a little bit here left before we take our next break, our first break in that matter. But so football going on there, and that also means the Super Bowl.
I'm hyped for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes. I love the Super Bowl. No matter who's playing, I just love the spirit of the Super Bowl.
It's big, and
All of the football gods come out that day.
the cool thing is, all right, we have it. It's here
Yes.
this year.
In Vegas. Nah.
So, now when we come back, we'll talk about what that is starting to look like here in Las Vegas, and what you can expect as far as all of the preparation, all the hype, and the roads, and the traffic, and the all of the work. Remember F1? Well, this is kind of what we're going through
for the
again.
residents of
Exactly.
the city.
So with that, we will be right back. We're going to take a little
Come
break
back.
and charge up, and we'll see you in just a moment.
Hi, I'm Deacon T with Modern Word Ministries. It's great to be with you today. Just a short little promo for our show. Every Sunday morning we have service, and you can follow us at 10 a.m. Pacific Time on modernwordministries.org. And if you missed us or you want to see some of our older messages, go ahead and check us out on socialmediashows.com every single morning at 9 a.m. It's a great way to kick off your day, get a little bit of the word in you, get something uplifting, get you started off on your way. If you're looking for prayer or you need some help, reach out to us. If you go to our website, again, that's modernwordministries.org, you can interact with me via telephone, via DM, text message, whatever you want. I'll get right back to you. So if you need prayer, you need help, you just need somebody to talk to, Modern Word Ministries is here for you. We are your church in the community. So until you see you next time, be blessed, everybody. Bye-bye.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provide.
Welcome back, Vegas. It's your girl, Lil Sonya.
And back again, Jason Hawe. So, we were talking about the Super Bowl coming.
Yes.
And the roads are starting to get closed. There's been a few closures. We'll go into a few details there. Have you had any trouble with that?
It's been a few closures for years.
That's true. It ain't Vegas if something ain't shut down and getting rebuilt.
Yes.
Torn down and built again.
Yes, and this is a bad time to have all those closures. We just got rid of the F-150 closures.
All of that.
Tongue-tied closures.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Well, the whole city's tongue-tied. That's kind of the point with all of these streets and everything. It's true. There's all the work that's being done over the Super Bowl preparation, a whole month-long process now.
Yeah.
And the NFL, actually, the NFL showed up Monday, the day after the Raiders beat the Broncos. Oh, I hate saying that.
Sorry.
But they showed up right away. So the NFL and all the organizers and all of that, they're here now. And a couple of streets, the Allegiant Stadium Way and Al Davis Way, already closed, surrounding the stadium. So
that's a lot of traffic.
Yes, there's that, and partial closures will continue throughout Polaris, Dean Martin Drive.
Dean Martin Drive?
They're partially. They'll be kind of shutting this down and then moving it over, and then
Oh God, the I-15 is going to be horrible.
And so it begins. Well, they are trying to help that along. The Harmon exit, they're about to open back up.
Okay.
So they're going to try and get on that. The other half of, I believe, the Tropicana Bridge that they're working on, that's going to be completed soon before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
So some good, some bad, but more of what we dealt with F1. Have you had any trouble getting around yet? Have you noticed?
Not yet.
Yeah, at least on that part.
At least now with my new job, I'm going towards Summerlin, so I'm safe.
You're coming over my side of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on your side?
Yeah.
I'm right off of Buffalo.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Buffalo, yeah, I'm on that side, and so I deal with all the wackiness that's in the newer streets and roads of Vegas, which they're
everywhere. Like you said, it's not Vegas without something shut down.
Exactly.
Prohibited.
Blocked off. Cones.
Can't go that way.
Yeah.
But they're going that way anyway.
I think the traffic cone is Nevada's new state flower, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. That's our new state flower, the traffic
think so.
cone.
Yeah. So
we should get T-shirts.
there we go. Yes, we're gonna work on that.
Be supportive of the great state of Nevada.
Yes, I love it. We're going to come up with a Rise and Shine T-shirt just honoring our state of being under construction.
Yes, I love it.
We are Vegas under construction.
I love it. Vegas under construction. And speaking of under construction, with the weather changing and all of the people coming for the Super Bowl, and we got all of the Californians that's coming in and they're taking over, we need resources here in the Valley. And I'm always the girl who go get your resources, Vegas. So today we got Share Village Las Vegas. They're partnering up with Nevada Homeless Alliance and 3 Square to bring to you Welcome Nevada Homeless Alliance Resource. This will be March 7th, 2024. Open to the public for everybody. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. 50 North 21st Street, Las Vegas, Nevada, 89101. So right in downtown Las Vegas. Free services and resources include housing assessments, ID restoration services, veteran services, legal services, pet supplies and services, vision services, healthcare assistance, showers for the homeless, clothing, and social services resources. I can't tell you how important it is for you guys to take advantage of this. Everything is free and it's open to the public. So guys, if you're out there and you're struggling by any means necessary, head on over to this place, March 7th, 2024. I'm sorry. It is on the corners of Eastern Avenue and Bruce Street. You can get more information at www.nevadahomelessalliance.org. Again, that is www.nevadahomelessalliance.org. I think this is wonderful.
That's incredible. That is very comprehensive range of services.
Oh yeah.
That is really in depth.
The pets. That's
Right.
what touched my heart. Like they included the pets.
That's something, yeah. Because encountering much of the homeless that I have in my experiences over the years, and in fact, I lived in an area there, dealt with that. The animals, those are often a lifesaver.
Oh yeah.
For folks out there, for people that are really struggling. I went through it myself, and having that pet, that means absolutely everything.
Yes.
That is oftentimes the one thing they're holding on to and caring for, putting themselves into something else. So yeah, that's amazing.
It gives them
Taking care of
something
the
to live
pets,
for.
taking
It
care of
does.
the animals.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
shout
stuff.
out to Vegas and all the partners that's partnering in for this beautiful resource project. Good looking on the pets.
That's amazing. And of course, that the homeless circumstances and homeless situation is something definitely we're going to be discussing with that candidate, Victoria Seaman. As I said,
Awesome.
in 2 weeks, I'm going to bring that up again. We are really thrilled and honored to have Victoria Seaman, Councilwoman, coming to meet with us in 2 weeks on the 30th. Special show airing for that. So can't wait to see that.
I can't wait either. I can't wait either because that is a major topic here in the Valley, the homeless population.
It really is.
And the tunnels.
That's true.
We don't hear it. We don't talk about them. We don't hear about them often enough. Those tunnels.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I hadn't heard a thing about them in months.
Mm-hmm.
So no, that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to ask about that. Yes, absolutely. Something we're gonna bring it back to something a little lighter for this week.
Okay.
So really cool event, the Consumer Electronics Show.
Oh, nice.
CES wrapped up yesterday. It was a huge event. It really is one of the largest conventions, particularly for electronics. It's future tech.
I know it was large because it was all over social media. They were hiring event people and
Exactly.
they were just hiring. So I know it was big.
It absolutely
Did you
was.
get a chance to take a part in
No,
it?
I missed it. I miss it every year, and I mean, I am kind of a tech geek
Okay.
to a point. Even at 50 years old,
35.
35. I still generally keep up with the latest and the greatest. But again, huge event went through the 9th through the 12th. There were, thousands. I think it was over 4,000
Wow.
exhibit representatives, but well over 150,000 people attended through the whole thing.
That's a lot.
And for us, folks, it brought in easily over 200 million in revenue for the city when that had all sorts of really cool stuff that they had there. There was something about a brain implant
Really?
that actually helps people with spinal injuries walk again.
Oh.
The future is now, folks. All the coolest stuff, of course, AI being developed, and
Of
all of
course,
that
yeah.
stuff, all the technology, smart cars, and all that. One of my favorite elements was the LED wall, a translucent wall display from Samsung. It was.
Didn't
super
we see
cool.
that on the Jetsons?
Basically,
Like years ago?
That's right. That's exactly right. The Jetson stuff is here. The robots,
here.
Rosie the robot from the Jetsons, yes, they're littler, but one of them did look like a little bit like Rosie.
My last surgery was done by a robot.
Wow.
Yeah, my hysterectomy. I had a hysterectomy that was done robotically.
that's cool.
Yeah.
There was, yeah, all the new technology. I'm waiting for it to get to the point where I can just start replacing parts. I'm like, just jack me up, just upgrade everything. I'm totally down with that.
Give me the premium arms.
There's and there, I mean, with the prosthetics and the robot, additions there too. They're pretty much there.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
about there.
Yeah, you see some people now with prosthetics, and you can't even tell the difference.
And they're getting
Even
more and more
the
function.
texture.
Exactly.
Even the texture is like real human skin.
Now, yeah, and I believe somewhere in, whether it was China or Japan, I can't recall, but they've already created synthetic skin that repairs itself.
Wow.
They have also integrated haptic response, which means basically this new synthetic skin has the sense of touch. It responds to contact and signal that way. So we got the skin, we got the pneumatics and the so we're just about there.
I feel like I'm being replaced.
As long as I get to keep this.
My
All right.
goodness.
As long as I get to keep who I am, then I'll be Super Robot. Heck yeah.
He's ready to be iRobot.
Something like that. Just bionic me. I'll be the new bionic man. I'll go for that. Absolutely.
Oh my
You
goodness.
remember that bionic?
Bionic Woman. Yes, I remember that.
$6 Million Man was the name of the show. All right, and half of you easily have no idea what we're talking about. This is a TV show, a couple of them that happened 190 years ago. All right, so some of us 35 and 32-year-olds remember. Yeah, that a couple of shows back in the 70s.
Yep.
So bionic everything. And from that time on, I was only a few years old when that was out. I was like, sign me up. I'm ready for that. Particularly because, I mean, the whole, I don't feel like checking out anytime soon.
I don't.
Keep upgrading.
I got big plans.
Exactly.
Got
More to
big
see,
plans.
more to do, even if it's just to kind of sit around and watch the rest of the world go.
Or sit around and talk to these guys all day.
Exactly.
I
Just
enjoy
come
it.
back, more shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We enjoy it.
So, just plug me in and we can do this in perpetuity.
Bionically.
Exactly. But that but going back to all of that tech CES, it just concluded yesterday. It was over 3 different locations. It was huge. Las Vegas Convention Center, Mandalay Bay, and the Venetian. Thousands and
all
thousands.
the big spots.
And they huge, absolutely huge. I wish I'd have made it to it because all the latest stuff. Some of it's still experimental, some of it's prototype. Even Mercedes-Benz had a new car there. Super smart and all these other. We're not going to get into all of that because, but it was a heck of a show.
Nice.
It really was tremendous.
Shout out to you guys putting on a good show and bringing in that money to Vegas.
Exactly. So we'll probably get some more numbers. It just concluded, so more numbers on actually what it did bring in, what the final attendance was. So it was very cool there. So what else do we have here today? The question is, well, we went through that. Back to the Super Bowl, all the roads. Okay, we covered that. And the homeless situation. All right, very good. And, well, we're going to take a little break here. And we're going to come back. And we're going to just wrap this up with one more segment.
One more segment, Vegas. Come on back. Go fill your cups up.
Hello, everyone. This is Joseph Skoda with Social Media Shows. Well, I thank all of you for your support through these last several years, and it's been a lot of fun. We've given people a voice they never had before. Now, Social Media Shows is always collaborating with our veterans to help them do things and help out the veterans who are struggling today. And we teamed up with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. So please consider helping and donating to this great cause because we're always doing things for veterans. So GI Connections, Social Media Shows, and you is what makes the world a better place. Once again, Joseph Skoda, proud United States Air Force veteran.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
And welcome back, Rise and Shine Las Vegas. I'm Jason Hawe,
And it's your girl, little Sonya.
and we are back for our final segment. And, well, there's always still more to talk about, but we got a little
Always.
bit of a holiday coming up.
Yes, we do. A day off work. MLK Day, guys, Monday. And it's actually on his birthday this year, so shout out to the universe.
No kidding, I did not know that. I
Yes.
totally missed that.
Yes, it's actually on his birthday this year,
Oh.
January the 15th.
January 15th, all right. We share the same month, all of
Yeah.
us. That's pretty cool. He would have been 94
Whoa.
this year. So
94.
that's right.
Wow. 94. Amazing.
So for your birthday, you get a parade.
Yes, you do.
I
And
like
we're
that.
going to celebrate you as we do every year here in Vegas. This is what? Our 41st?
41st or 42nd. I've been seeing
One of the
different
two.
numbers. Yeah.
41st or 42nd annual MLK Day Parade, guys. Downtown this Monday starting at 10 a.m. So get there early. The lineup starts at 8 a.m. There is no free parking that I know of,
Yeah.
but we've been told you get some pretty good deals if you park at Binion's. And where was the other one?
In front of Plaza.
In front of the Plaza Hotel. 3 hours for $10. Or if you're a gambler and you're used to going down on Fremont, I'm pretty sure you can get validated at your casino of choice.
Yeah, pull out your player's
Yep.
card, whatever you got there.
Yep,
you
and
know.
get validated, and there goes your free parking. And I know it's usually a good discount for Vegas residents when you park in the casino hotels.
right.
So check out, and it's a big lineup this year, guys. I counted over 7 pages full of entities and schools that'll be in attendance.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a big one.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
a big one.
I guess originally the first one was in 82. So that puts us at, this would be 42.
42.
So there we go. Do the math, right? Somebody get a calculator. But I think so.
He's gonna make me cut class.
Huge event. The Attorney General, I believe, is Grant
Yes.
Marshall. And all of our sports teams presidents get to ride along as well.
Be a nice big to do.
You know,
This will be the first time since I've been here that it's been this big.
it sounds like it's shaping up to be a heck of one. Now,
Yeah.
maybe if it's not like 30 degrees out here, it might make for a nice parade day as well.
'Cause
So,
I think last year it rained.
not surprised.
It rained for the parade, and people were out there in raincoats, but they were still marching.
Absolutely.
They were still marching,
I
so that
believe
shows
that's,
dedication.
bottom line is that's what they did all along.
Yes.
They dealt with a lot worse than a rainy
That is
day
so true.
when they marched
That
all
is
those
so
years
true,
ago.
Jason.
Bottom line. So
That is so true.
it's one of those things very important to recognize how Dr. King viewed the race issue versus how it's viewed
Today. So true.
His version, the I Have a Dream speech and all of that, was far more inclusive
Yes.
than what we have today.
Yes.
Very sad that when he refers to when a man is judged not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character, that does not translate to protecting blackness versus whiteness.
Yes.
That is completely wrong
Yes.
in the message.
Yes.
And we've kind of gotten lost on that. So hopefully, particularly in the parade, if they really do honor that speech, along with the rest of all of his work through his life, that we may kind of stop and rethink how we are actually differentiating people
That would
far
be amazing.
too much.
That would be amazing. Because the language and the verbiage that's brought forth now is separation and segregation.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's all.
Exactly right. And in their attempt to celebrate one race or another, at least to honor themselves, what the byproduct of that, the result of that, though, is further separation.
Yep. It is.
And so that's what I've really balked at from the time of all of the riots there during the pandemic. Now those tragedies are undeniable.
Yeah.
George Floyd and
Yeah.
and all the others. That I don't.
That's
I
a
won't
different
say
story, a
goes
different
without
category.
saying,
Yeah.
because it does deserve to be said
Absolutely.
over and over again. How wrong those situations
Absolutely.
were. Those terrible tragedies. But all of the Black Lives Matter fervor that came from that started to kind of lose its way, because again, the root of it should be that we are just
Yes.
people and we all matter.
Yes.
But in an attempt to protect that protected class, and that's the thing too, is in legislation, it's about protective groups, protected classes. Well, in the attempts to protect all of that, it further differentiates.
Yeah.
It further separates. And now, I don't know where
It's
we're
kind of
at.
like a hidden agenda, you know?
Some of
You
them
know?
use it that way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And underneath, there are probably those that know exactly how that's working and how that is further
Ah.
isolating and separating.
You know it.
And sowing the seeds of discord.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
yeah. So I just hope on that day, for this parade at least, when we stop and think about some of the root of what really, what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Go back to some of the early, again, more inclusive and
Yeah.
not just, this race or this group or this group. Where's mine? Where's
So
mine?
many different races. There's so many different ethnicities. But at the end of the day, we're all one human being
It is.
species, right?
That's what it's supposed
So
to be.
that's what it's supposed to be.
And that was his dream. So,
Come on, guys, we got to make it a reality. It's time out for the BS. Really and truly.
yeah.
Jason's preaching the word right now.
Maybe I'm gonna get on one of those floats and
I
just
think
share
you
a little bit.
should.
Right? Social Media Shows
Listen.
Network ought to have a float or something.
Listen.
Let's hitch a
That's
ride
our
on
goal for
somebody.
next year, we're definitely getting a float, and we're going to have Jason up there giving you the word.
Shouting out with a megaphone, microphone, whatever.
Yes.
And yes, I have a dream too.
Yes. We may even put him in a dashiki.
Fascinating. Okay, that caught me off guard there. All right.
Get him a dashiki.
Now, you know what? No, because you know how many haters I would get for cultural appropriation? That's what the reaction would be.
And that's so sad.
It is.
It's
It
so
is.
sad.
Oh, now get this. With this whole thing about cultural appropriation and people just ripping on people for doing that, do you realize, do you wear eye makeup?
I don't.
Well,
From time to time, maybe, but
right.
it's not a favorite.
well, many. Hey, you ripped that off from the Egyptians. All right, that is
Yeah.
culturally appropriated garb and present. So, how far back do you want to go to say, "Nuh-uh, this is mine, and nobody else
And
can look
nobody
like that, or
else's.
dress like that, or wear that, or say that"?
It's so sad.
Nonsense.
It's so sad. It
Yes.
really is. I thought Maria was trying to dress like me this morning in her leopard.
Now, our producer actually is kicking back. I threatened to bring her out. She's in her PJs. She is the most comfy I have
cute.
ever seen her.
Really cute. No makeup.
And now she's dying back here. We're just really just torturing her right now. Now if I got up and reached over to bring her out, then the show would probably be over. All right, she'd probably
the
just
credits will start rolling.
kick the plug from the wall and go black, goes dark. So I'm not gonna do that. But she looks great back there. She's comfortable as hell, and maybe we can do a slumber party episode, version of the show where we all just show up in PJs.
That would be awesome.
Bathrobes, fuzzy slippers, the whole bit.
That would be awesome. I'm starting a podcast in PJs.
Oh, brilliant! Yes, okay.
Yes, I'm starting a podcast
PJ
in PJs. On the sofa with little Sonya. So I'll keep you guys in tune when it starts to roll out, but it's definitely going to be in PJs.
Oh, perfect. We can totally tie into that. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, in your PJs. I like those.
Yes, we'll bring her on. Yeah, definitely warm enough. So. Oh Lord. So okay.
Get Jason in his
All new shows. Yeah, we're figuring. So okay, we got the parade. We're gonna jump in on
Yeah.
that. And
then we got
all right.
Danny's new podcast.
That's right. The minor details.
The Minor Detail. Shout out to Danny Minor.
That is coming up as well.
He has gear too. He has gear too.
It does.
He
Okay.
does. He
Yep.
has gear too.
So yeah, everybody's got something cooking.
Yes.
So me, as far as any new projects go, I'm still tinkering.
What are you tinkering with? Can you give us a sneak peek?
Well, one of the things I might talk about here in a coming episode of our show is I basically titled it "Aliens, Conspiracies, and the Modern Hysteria."
I love it.
Because I'm telling you, even from the pandemic and the emotional and psychological fervor that came from that, the rumors and misinformation,
Yeah.
it really was from social media and all throughout a technology-driven collective hysteria. Everybody feeding into their imagination, and the paranoia, without a whole lot of concrete fact. It was emotion-driven, and from there, through all of the race issues, right through that. Again, so much of it was emotion-driven. It was psychologically a collective hysteria.
Yeah.
And the way people reacted to that. And add in, well, really from the time of the 40s, the fear and the paranoia associated with UFOs and aliens. And how, for decades and generations now, there has been little to no credible evidence of anything. It's simply
true.
Story upon story upon story, layer upon layer of rumor and imagination filling in this. So how it affects everybody and what feeds into it, how the media plays with it, what the government does and does not do to contribute to it, and just how really sometimes you look around and think everybody's just losing their damn mind.
Or that everyone's an alien.
So, you know what? My secret is out. I am not from this planet.
Me either.
Seriously. So, but which am I then? Am I an alien or am I bionic? Am I a robot?
I see a lot of bionic.
Or in fact, are we all just in a simulation?
That too, the
Yeah.
Matrix.
Do you have a reset button?
It's not there.
Oh, no? Okay. Well, I haven't found mine yet either. Some mornings I really wish I had one, but
I need one.
yeah, no.
I'm still trying to find it. I know it's somewhere.
I read a meme at some point that said going to bed when something's wrong and you just need to go to bed and get some sleep. It's like unplugging yourself and plugging it back in.
Plugging it back in.
Like you do with the electronics.
Running up the electricity bill.
Just yeah.
The whole time while you were explaining it to me, all I heard in my mind was the theme music from the X-Files.
Right?
You remember the
Yeah.
X-Files?
Oh, absolutely.
I was
The
an
truth is
X-Files
out there.
junkie.
Yeah, the truth is out there. Most people are just willing to hear the best story and go with that.
No.
So
I know
that's-
it's deeper.
It is.
I know it's much deeper.
You know, but we've been arguing about this, and you know, all of the other supernatural things too. Again,
Yeah.
there's a collective hysteria that is promoted and promulgated throughout our culture, especially in the 21st century. That again, some of the arguments you see on social media are really, they're not fact based.
Yeah.
It's just my story versus your story, or I know a guy who saw something.
Yeah.
So trying to rein that in, trying to put some real perspective into that is something that I really care about. So
love it.
playing around with certain elements of that, and there will be some more content here for that.
Okay.
So yeah,
Awesome.
come back to us here because we're definitely going to lead that off. But some of my own work is going to be out there somewhere, and I'll let you know as soon as I come up with something. I'll let you know what I've got.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. Like, none of it scares me. You know, some people get scared. Like,
It's true.
when you hear about the latest thing that's going on all over the internet of the aliens invaded Miami Mall.
Yes.
Have you heard about that one?
Oh no, of course we did. That's kind of what prompted me to start really looking at how nuts we really are.
And then it's, they wiped everybody's memories clean. They wiped everybody's phones.
Zap the phones, all of that.
Men in Black, Zap. Is it true?
All it is story upon story upon story. You know, and I'm going to talk about, as we go along with this in the future, I'm going to talk about what proof means, what evidence means, and what the relationship to
Yeah.
reality is. And when something happens, when something occurs, when something real exists, it has an effect, an impact on the reality that it inhabits, that on surrounding circumstances. I call it a sort of metaphysical displacement. Anything that is or happens affects everything around it in some way. And that effect is observable. It's measurable. It's repeatable. It's recordable.
Look at you, scientist.
That's what evidence is.
Yes.
That's what proof means.
That's true.
And folks, when you're clamoring about those little green men, there's not a single remaining bit of effect that story happens to have on reality.
That's true.
Find that. Give me something. I love everything about science fiction. I have always loved Star Trek and Star Wars and all of that fantasy. I want to be bionic. I want to be a robot. All right, all of that. And life out there, that's an extraordinary possibility. The very idea of that thrills me to no end.
Yeah.
And the vastness of the universe, absolutely, there's got to be stuff going on out there. But to go from that all the way to all of our fiction and fantasy, to say there are those inhabiting human bodies and they have been running the show and all. Yeah. Rein in your own imagination. We're like a 6-year-old that believes everything that pops into its
That's
head.
True.
So
that's true.
I'm going to try and slow that down.
We run with it.
Yes, we do. And then somebody else alongside you runs with it, and you are now emboldened and empowered to go further.
Yes.
And like follows like, and begets more of it, and it's just snowballing. And that is an element of actual textbook hysteria. So I'm going to try and lend some perspective to that and rein this in a little bit over the coming bit of time.
Get it done, Jason.
Yeah.
If anybody can do it, he can.
I'm gonna take it up.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
So as far as you've got that podcast, I can't wait. You're gonna let us know when and how and what.
Yes.
Who, what, when, where, why.
Yes. And my first guest is gonna be Maria, the producer.
That is okay. I didn't know that.
Well,
awesome.
I didn't either.
Fantastic. So is this the one you're doing on the couch in the PJs?
On the couch in the PJs.
All right.
On the couch, just talking.
Premiere slumber party episode. Yes. What's it going to be called?
On the couch, on the sofa.
On the sofa.
With little Sonya.
Okay. On the
it's
couch.
On YouTube.
Yeah, on the couch suggests that she, it's like a psychiatrist. It's like, Maria's getting evaluated by little Sonya here.
And I'm telling her all the bad shit to do.
So, all right, on the sofa. Okay, that's coming up.
Yes.
Now, how else can people get in touch or reach out to you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at The Real Little Sonya. Follow me, subscribe, like my reels, because they're really cool. Also on Facebook at Sonyita D. Johnson. And, of course, YouTube on the sofa with Lil Sonya.
Fantastic. You've got a lot coming along. Myself... that's still Zero Dark. I've got TikTok. You can find me Jason Hawe there.
All right.
I've got Instagram. You can find me Jason Hawe there. But there's very little to nothing on there yet. Again, okay. I'm still cooking this up. But
it's the foundation.
You just show up, let me know that you're watching, and I might come up with something for you. So all of that, just find me there, follow me there, Facebook the same way, Jason Hawe. So like I said, some things are coming. This is going to be a great year. There's still brand new 2024. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year.
You realize the end of the whole show, and I finally realized, hey, Happy New Year.
It's the New Year, and we didn't bring it in together.
Well, not quite, no.
But we made it.
We did, and again, it's going to be a fantastic year. It's going to be a fantastic year for the show as well. Like I said, very special guests coming along, a lot happening. So thanks again for watching. I'm Jason Hawe.
I'm Little Sonya.
This is Rise and Shine.
I missed you guys.
Take care.
Come on, everybody. Get on your feet. Listen to the sound.